Welcome, mates, to the annual Big Boy Buffet. Held in a secret locale described in foodie legends as a den of deliciousness beneath the cheapest Chinese food restaurant at the back of the bottom of the side of the greenest bowling alley, renowned for its hot dogs and burgers. This is where only the biggest boys come to indulge in a culinary adventure like no other. Prepare yourselves for a selection that defies all logic and reason. Here, the portions are as ridiculous as the combinations. Let's get started, shall we? First up, we've got a mountain of triple stacked cheeseburgers, each patty the size of a dinner plate. Next to that, a trough of mac and cheese with a cheese to pasta ratio that would make any dietitian weep. And a rubber chicken dipped in 6 kinds of spicy sauces and breaded with frosted flakes and Lay's potato chips. Moving on, behold the 5-foot-long hot dogs. 2-inch girth. Kept in a slightly used oil barrel next to a swimming pool filled with 6-bean chili, spiced at 3 different levels, with the deep end being the mildest and the shallow one being the spiciest. Also poolside, a tower of onion rings stacked so high it defies gravity, and of course a garden gnome to be used as a crunchy onion ring holder, a big boy Buffett staples. Feast your eyes on the 10-layer lasagna, each layer thicker than a phone book. How do we know? 2 of the layers have phone books in them. For the big boys with a desire for an extra chewy sensation. Next to it, a stone quarry filled with mashed potatoes with a butter lake in the middle, large enough for even the biggest boy to bring his favorite bathtub toys inside to play with. And why not? A deep fried bowling ball. Standard fare for the deep fried everything platter. If it can be fried, it's on this plate. Even if it's still alive. Grisly, yet satisfying. Followed by a pizza the size of a monster truck tire, loaded with every topping imaginable. And naturally, a traffic cone in the middle, deep fried and covered in onions and metal shavings. Now for the sweet tooths. A chocolate fountain that could rival Niagara Falls with empty USB sticks for dipping. Next to it, a cake shaped like a skyscraper, with layers of every flavor you can think of. To name a few, sherbet, lemon meringue, key lime, computer chair, pineapple, motor oil, and ginger butter for a palate cleanser. And, just because, a pile of bricks. Though none of the big boys are Freemasons, it doesn't mean they don't enjoy a little masonry to add a little crunch to their plate. And finally, the pièce de résistance, a 50-gallon drum of ice cream with every topping under the sun will be provided to every patron. Beside the skyscraper cake centerpiece, a stack of pancakes taller than a kangaroo, and for good measure, a bicycle tire between every 6 flapjacks to help the patrons portion their pancakes appropriately. Wouldn't want too much cake to tire ratio, would we, fellas? So there you have it, folks. The annual Big Boy Buffet, where the portions are absurd, the combinations are outrageous, and the inedible objects are just part of the charm. It's a feast for the brave, the bold, and the very, very hungry. Until next year, keep your appetites large and your shirts even larger.